is Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. Your host, Dr. Jackson Dean, the pen player. You ready? Let's go. Just so you know, moments with a twist.
This Just So You Know Moments is brought to you by Dr. LaShonda Jackson and Jackson Dean Investments. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson, the pen slayer, said, I am a talk show host, speaker, a life and success strategist, and an author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Welcome. Just So You Know Moments. I'm your host, Dr. LaShonda Jackson. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Are we in here? See. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining tonight. Like and share, like and share, like and share, share. And hold some watch parties. Please, please, please. Do that for me. And of course, you know I want interactive and participative. That's what. As always, I always start off. Gotta give thanks to the man above. Thank you, God, as well as all of these social media outlets for the opportunity to have a virtual practice lab used on my way to my worldwide, nationally, and internationally syndicated internet radio talk show, TV talk show. Thank you. Y'all been with me long enough to know what my disclaimer is, so you know we rolling right through this like nothing ever happened. Exception of if you hear me, if you can't hear me, so that I can adjust my auto on the Just So You Know Moments this talk show. We aim to do incorrect. Incorrect, okay. Here we got people. Hey everybody. So we're still working within the National Blood Donors Month. Haven't donated blood, do it. You don't know why you should donate blood. Consider how you would feel if you needed the blood and it wasn't available. Think about that. If you don't know how to donate blood, contact your local Life Blood Center for additional information. They'll let you know exactly what you need. So, the episodes for the last couple of weeks have focused on vision. The first week's episode was titled 2020 Clarity Even When It's Complicated. Last week's episode was entitled 2020 Vision Use It or Lose It. Both episodes encourage you to get clear on your plans, your goals, future vision. Okay? But the difference between the first and the second episode is that although they both encourage you to focus, last week's episode implored you to write it out and take action. Okay? So this week's episode is entitled 2020 Accentuating Positivity. Okay? Y'all heard it. Accentuating positivity. Accentuating positivity. That's what this week's episode is. I'm in here tonight. While you're focusing, planning, and executing, you know, like I said last week, plan, act, and do. Just know that all of these things come from your mind, all right? This is a real mental thing, and it weighs heavily on your mentality, right? So the best way to get the best results is being in an environment conducive to the best atmosphere, as well as being in best frame of mind, okay? So the best environment conducive to the best atmosphere The best way to arrive at the best frame of mind is positive. Right? Let's do a test. Just for a test, I want you to reflect back. Think about a time that you didn't feel like you were doing your very best. Think about that time. Stop right now. Time when you just felt like you were in a low place. Things just wasn't going the way that you thought they would, or the way that you wanted it to go, or just in a bad. Reflect on how you felt during that time. Just stay there in that moment and you think about it. You're in a bad place, thinking about how you really felt that time. Now, while you focusing on that thought and you thinking about what was going on during that time, I want you to look around in your mind. Look around that space that you're in and see what exactly was going on in your environment. Look at the atmosphere. Pay attention. Where were you? Where were you when all of this was happening? Who were you with? What were you? What were they saying? Think about all of that right now. How did all of this have an effect on how you were feeling? When I say all of this, I'm talking about your environment. I'm talking about where you were. I'm talking about who you were with. I'm talking about what you were doing, who you were doing it with, what y'all were talking about. They were saying, how did this have an effect on what you were doing? How did it have an effect on what you were working on? How did it have an effect on how you felt about yourself? Think about this. This is serious. This is a test. It's only a test, but it's a serious test for you to think about your environment and around and the things that you're doing and what is it causing you to become, or what is it causing you not to be. Huh? Y'all hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I said, what did it cause you not to become? Can I get y'all to trust? Just trust me. Trust me when I say your environment can add or it can subtract from everything that you do. Your environment add or subtract everything you are doing, everything that you want to do. If you are in a negative environment, if you stay around it too long, you too become negative. You've heard your parents say birds of a feather flock together. But if you stay around people who are negative, or you stay around negative situations, if you stay around negative environments, guess what? Pretty soon it's going to have an effect on you and the things that you things how you do it, the person that you become, the person that you didn't become. Right? So who wants to be around a negative environment anyway? Or even negative behavior? I can't think of anyone that would put themselves there intentionally. Would anybody put themselves intentionally to be in a negative situation? Negative environments are detrimental to productivity and are the primary reason people leave friendships, relationships, and even jobs. Did you know that? Some people don't just walk away from a job because they find better. Some people go looking for something better because they want to get out of the situation that they in. Same with relationships, same thing with friends, same things with business. They want to get away from the negativity. Can also affect the perspective or whatever that you're doing, or so whatever your perception is, negativity can affect that. My advice to you, as far as you can, away from negativity. Most cases, negativity loves to be in company with more negative. If this is not what you want, trust me, it does nothing positive to you or for you or your situation. So if I were you, run, run, get up out of there, get out of negative situations, get out of those negative environments, get out of those negative surroundings, get away from them so that it does not attach to you. So we all have heard it's not where you're from, it's where you go. This is partly true. Okay, because people always say you can't let whatever you were in affect where you go. That's true. All of that is. It's not where you from, even if it's full of negativity. You can still do well. But in order for you to do well, you still have to find a positive in where you are. So if you're in a negative situation that you can't seem to get out of, you're going to have to do yourself a favor and find a positive in that negative situation. One might say, how? You have to turn those things around. To overcome negativity, you have to change your mindset, right? And as I mentioned at the start of this show, your perspective, whether it's positive or negative, weighs heavily on your mentality. Perspective, regardless of whether it is positive or negative, weighs heavily on your mentality, okay? But regardless of who you are or how strong your mind is, no one wants to be subjected to negativity all the time. I wouldn't advise. At any rate, any shape, form, or fashion, I would not advise that on a regular. Say, who period? As I mentioned in last week's episode, I am not suggesting you to walk around all day with rose colored glasses on. I'm not suggesting that live your life as a pessimist or an optimist. I want you to be a realist. That's what I want you to do. I want you to be real about it. In being a realist, you recognize what it is going on around you, and you also recognize the effect the environment or company is having on you and whatever it is that you try to accomplish. And so being a realist, and I believe that I am a realist. Like I said, when you're looking at the glass half full, is it half full or half empty? I don't care what it is. What's in the cup? Do I want to drink it, or do I want to fill the cup up and get more of it and drink that? That's what matters to me. That half full or half empty doesn't. I'm a realist. What's in the cup? Okay? Careful with. The cure for this type of thinking is a mindset change. Right here. Level up through mindfulness, and don't forget to get the workbook. There's a workbook a supplemental workbook that you can get, because you have to do the exercises, you have to do the work, you have to learn the strategies. Okay, that's what level up the mindfulness, because it all starts in your mind. Until you think it, believe it, you will always have challenges when it comes to being it and doing it. Believe it or not, you will accomplish more with being positive and have a positive mindset than you will ever accomplish with a negative. Okay? Align yourself with positivity. Be a part of positive environments. Get around people who pour positivity into your spirit. Speak positivity to yourself. If you don't listen to anything I say or anything you actually say to other people, mind, body, your spirit listens to everything that you say, you. So, you may not be listening to the dialogue and the transmission going back and forth between you and someone else, but when you start to speak to yourself, all of it gets the attention and it all listens to you and it takes in everything that you. There's enough negativity in this world that surrounds us. Don't be the one that adds an additional layer of negativity. Okay? You have enough already around you. Be the change that you want to be. That's what I like to say. Okay? Get that positivity into your spirit. What was that? Who used to do that? That was Dragon Ball. Kamehameha. Get all that goodness and positivity into your spirit and then distribute it. All that positive energy into your mind, your body, and your. And if you're serious about real life changes, if there are things that you have on your list that you want to do, that you want to accomplish, you have developed your vision as well as created a plan for your vision, and most important factor is changing your life, the mindset. Here's the help to show you how to step out, level up. Okay? Start with positive thinking. Positive thoughts leads to positive attitude. Negative attitude leads to stress, a lack of motivation, and poor production. Let's go back to the test that I was giving you. If you're in a situation and you feel like you're at your lowest, feel like you're not doing well at what you're doing, look at your surroundings. Look at what your environment is and see if that's adding to your stress and your bad feelings, all that negativity. Okay? All of that is around you, and it's going to affect how you get things done. It's going to affect how you do. It's going to affect how you think. It's going to affect how you feel. Right? Away. So, y'all already know I had to do it, so I might as well just go on and do it, get it over with. How can you make negativity work in a positive way for you? So we talked about being positive and staying away from the negative things. Sometimes when you have negativity, that how do you make that negativity work for you? You can use negativity in the form of challenges. When I say challenges, I don't mean that a problem. When I say challenges, is something that you working through to meet a goal. And if you're considering working on a project, starting a business, or even starting a new relationship, consider the SWOT analysis. I know what the SWOT analysis is. SWOT analysis, that's when you consider everything that has the potential to affect the outcome of your project. So SWOT is your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats, okay? The negativity that we're calling challenges are the threats. Look at what they are. Consider the effect they may have on what you're attempting to accomplish and see how it's affecting project life. Okay? And you also want to push it to the max by considering the worst case scenario. This is all the things that you could think that could possibly happen times 100. Okay? So you didn't just step through the ceiling, the whole ceiling fell down with you. Okay? So stepping through the ceiling was a small thing. But you stepped through the ceiling and then the whole second floor came crashing down too. That's the worst case scenario. That's what I mean by that. Consider what you can do to turn them from threats to strengths, from negative to positive. All right? Many times, negativity keeps you from forming wrong relationships. This is what I'm saying, using negativity work for you, or relationships, projects. And so what I said was sometimes that negativity that's there in the environment, the atmosphere around you, can give you that warning not to form those wrong relationships. That's where negativity is working for you. Okay, negativity can stop you from purchasing the wrong products. So, is it all bad? I won't say that it is. It can also stop you from convening at the wrong venues, right? So in short, be thankful for challenges as well. What's going on here? Looks like look is jumping in. Several people on the line. I'm gonna say, but here are some positive things I want you can do. Change your mindset to more positive, to change negative positive. Okay. Number one, increase your prayer time. First Thessalonians 5:17-18 says, pray continuously. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will to you, Christ Jesus. So the first one is increase. All right. Number two, adopt some positive affirmations and mantras. Okay. Getting up every morning, you might want to write something down on a post-it note and stick it on your mirror. Um, some people take lipstick and write on their mirror. Some people have a little journal that they keep, and they have different positive affirmations that they wake up in the morning, they repeat them. I'm great. I'm going to be productive today. I'm not going to let negative atmospheres and negative people affect the positivity. Good affirmation right there. Meditate. Meditate is number three. Get into a quiet room, get into your own space, close your eyes. Some people just clear their mind. Whatever it takes, that's your meditation. Number four, speak positively to you. You got enough negativity around you. So the best you can do is to be good to you. You want to always be good. You good to yourself, guess what? You help yourself to become a better. So speak positively. Why? Hang with people who look for and bring out the best in you. Hang around people that can see you, the greatness, who can see you for the value in you. Those people that talk to you about business, doing things, and succeeding and improving. Those are the type of people that you want to be. Those are the type of people you want to be around. Those people, y'all help each other. There's no limitation. Those are the type of people, not negative people, not shysters. Okay? You don't want to be around people like that. Get you a positive group. And if you don't have a group, guess what? Be positive with. That's fine. That's fine. You can do it yourself because you have to believe in you. Believe in yourself. But no one else will. Believe in yourself. It's email time. So let's see. Before we do that, let's see who's all on. Kimberly Holiday. Hey, Kimberly Holiday. Runner right. Kimberly Holiday say, you look beautiful. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate that. Coach Sheila Henry is on. Hello. Hey, sis. How you doing? Christopher Nelson. Hey, cuz. Kathy Stewart. Hello. Roy Dillard. Hey, Roy Dillard. My auntie Reva. How you? Hey, my niece. You keep cutting out. I know. I don't know. I think it's the weather. The weather is causing the issues with the reception. Big Dad is on there. Hey, Keisha Hinton, that's my classmate, y'all. Hey, classmate. Anita Fryer. Hey. Hey, Sissy. Hey, Michelle Saxon. Hey, LaQuandra. Glad to see you again. Thank you for coming. Hey, Robert Peters. Thank you for showing up again. I appreciate you. Tabitha Bradley. Hey there, cuz. How are you? And of course, we have the beautiful Florine House. Hello, how are you? Mommy's watching. Reva said, Auntie is watching. Yes. Hey, Gina. How you doing? And Miss Sharika. Hey, sis. How are you? How y'all doing? Thank y'all for joining. But it's email time. It's email time. Let's go and see what these emails are talking about. So it says, Dear Dr. Jackson Dean, just so you know, I'm a new subscriber to your YouTube channel. I was watching last week and I decided to write you. You're probably not going to read this on the show, but I decided to write anyway. Well, as I watch your show, I heard you say that there are no overnight successes. I do not agree with you. Agree with what you said. I have heard of plenty of people who were overnight successes. Have you ever heard of Super? She created a makeup palette. She is a good example of overnight success. Other than that, I truly enjoyed the show and we'll watch again. Cheryl from New Jersey. Well, thank you, Cheryl from New Jersey, for writing in. I appreciate your email, just so you know. But in regards to the overnight successes, you may have misunderstood me or maybe cut out like it's doing tonight with the weather. But when I think of overnight successes, that's people that just hit the scene, bam, big. That doesn't happen. And sometimes it gives us the perception that it is an overnight success because all we see is the person getting out there and doing it. And you're like, you never heard of them, then all of a sudden they're there. So boom, overnight success. That's what you think. But you don't know about all the work that they had to put in before that boom, overnight success. What you thought, girl? They had to put some work in. They had some long nights. Super. I know who you're talking about with Super. I'm so proud of her with her makeup palette. But that wasn't overnight for Super either. Super became a millionaire overnight with her product. But it took her some time to get from where she was to the point where she was able to become what looked like an overnight success and a millionaire overnight. Okay? Super had to develop her product. She had to improve and enhance her product. Super had to get her followers together. And then Super became a success, an overnight success. But look at it like this. Girl, think of it like this. Had Super not had the followers that she already had, Super would not have made that $1 million in 30 minutes like she did. Was it 11 minutes? 11 minutes she made $1 million? Woo! That's a blessing. But I'm pretty sure that was work that had to be done in order for her to get to that point. Now, what I would say would be an overnight success would be, let's say we're at a baseball game and the person who was supposed to sing the national anthem doesn't show up. So boom, they see this lady in the audience and say, "Hey, you come out here and sing the national anthem." Just so happen it's Whitney Houston, but not Whitney Houston. Okay, and so she goes out there and blows it completely away. And now her phone won't stop ringing. Now that's what you would call an overnight success because she wasn't there. She hadn't planned for it. She hadn't been working for it, but she could have. That's still I don't even know if that's a good example because she could have been home singing in the choir every Sunday. She could have been in front of her mirror every night with her hairbrush singing. She could have been singing in the shower like I do. And then she just got chosen out the field, out the audience to come sing, and she just so happened to be great at what she did. Okay, so I appreciate you writing in your email, but I have to agree. But you know what? We're adults here. We can agree to disagree. I feel like there is a such thing as overnight success. Good on you. I don't feel like there's a such. I think there's work that has to be done, and then you make it to become a success. So, thank you, Cheryl from New York. So, y'all, this concludes our episode for this week on 2020 Accentuate the Positivity. Please join me every Wednesday at 8 p.m. On Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube. Do a search for me on Spotify and look for all the previous episodes there. I guess let's see who else is there. Hey, Tawana. For more information on Dr. Jackson Dean and the services and books that I offer, visit me online at www.drlashondajackson. See you next week for Just So You Know Moments, the twist. Bye.